Number, yeah. Let me stop the around the world. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, 10 p.m. It's almost the weekend. You know, it's the meetup with me, Richelieu, right here. Good evening, Karen. Good evening, Kevin. What kind of say? Nice to see you here, Karen. Welcome. Good evening. What kind, Mamu? That's Neil Ross. What's happening, G? Conley Song. How you, my man? Or woman? I don't know what Conley. Craigie G is here tonight. What kind, cuz? Craigie G is always. I feel like I always say that it's always a dope mix because he always eats a dope mix. He always eats the numbers that take me back to a time. You know that time before we even were wearing Nikes and Adidas, there was only All Stars and Converse. Do you remember that time? And like I was even thinking about when we used to wear Nikes. Well, I wasn't in. I hope you can stay up. We used to wear All Stars and Converse, and then they switch it up to Adidas and Nike, and then we used to call them built up shoes. Hey, I don't smack those built up shoes because we're so it was so ingrained in us that your shoe has to be uncomfortable when you get home from the job wearing an All Stars. You know, when you take off your shoe and you wash your foot, you get all that old skin comes off. Your foot is like you're on the beach. You're in a jaw like you're on the beach the whole day. Um, Craig handles his scandal. Yeah, bruh. So that's Durban thing there. I played Daft Punk around the world because they broke up after 28 years, and bruh, colored people were heartbroken. I didn't even know because for me, I love around the world because for me it was you get the crossover jam. Because I was always into that shit, right? I was always into that EDM. I was always listening to that type of music. I was listening to like I was going to the raves and I was doing all that random shit. And then you weren't there. Brainos weren't there. There's only one source from the Nums there and Bostik. And then when they hit around the world, when Daft Punk came with around the world, I'll never forget. But that was the first time I was like, when colored people started listening to like EDM music, I was like, yo, bro, colored people started listening to around the world. I was playing in the taxis, I was playing in the club, and and for me that was like the song of Daft Punk that kind of that brought them into our lives, and they've been it the whole time. And now they broke up, which is strange, but also they make an album every 15 years. So it was like they weren't playing music out all the time. You know what I mean? They weren't like youngster. Youngster puts out an album every week. If he breaks up, I'll be like, yo. Because he also spoke youngster. Yeah, the sticky came out on youngster, 15-year-old. She said he got a small PP. That's heavy. Yeah, but she came on social media. She said that shit to his face. So I want to greet everybody in the house. Let's see who's here. Francine, hello. Jerenice is in the house. Craig G, Melanie Tirimani. What's happening, Theo? Wakan Theo? And who else is here? Martin van der Merwe. Welcome, everybody. It's always a dope show. This week has been a bit quiet on the socials. What happened on the socials? I don't. There's nothing that really stood out for me this week except for like I'm saying, Daft Punk broke up. Last week, the Brian Nakali got reported as reported as a flasher. And then you know what happens in your flasher? There's a Me Too movement. So I think there's gonna be a Me Too movement. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that one, and I'll feedback because we name names. When the things drop, we name names. We can't name names right now. You can check my haircuts. I try to have a haircut, but the hair machine fought back, so it looks right. But hey, if you see me in real life, it's not looking so great. Youngster's doing odd Kelly. Yeah, but our youngster, that Seki came on live. Yeah, she said, hey, no, he plotted her from his music videos. I mean, bro, she went to video shoots and then he was chilling with the video shoots and she chilled with him after video shoots. You tell me whose problem is that? If he is a rapper and she is following him everywhere, now when she gets tired of it, she says he got a small PP after like 4 years. Come on, bruh. Pronounced the new name for PE. I was surprised, bro. I was surprised how many people are so shocked by this whole PE thing. Because for me, I don't know what I don't know what that word is, but I didn't even know like who's worried about that parts of the news. Who's sitting down like, hey, like for me, I'm watching the COVID stats. I can tell you right now, we're sitting on between 700 and 900. That's where my focus is at. When they rename PE, that's left field. Bro, that has nothing to do with me. They can rename the whole. They've already renamed. For me, once they renamed Beach Streets and West Streets, I was already like, fuck this whole thing. I don't care, bro. Like when I go to Durban, they say go down Lilium Goi, turn left on that. I'm like, bro, I have no idea where's that. Say Beach Street, West Street, Point Road. That's what I understand. Don't even stay back in the house. What you say, cuz? Who else is here? Bronard C card. Good evening, everybody. So what happened? Oh, the lady put her pants here on the face. I also saw that. The lady she was standing in Pick and Pay. I assume it was Pick and Pay. Judging by my experience of going shopping, it looked like a Pick and Pay. And this auntie went into Pick and Pay and she said she doesn't have a mask on. But I mean, how long it took to tell her? She went in the front door. That's where they stop colored people, but the front door. If you got no mask on, front door for you. If you're not colored or black and white, they put you in. You go right in. You shop the whole time. You get your parcels, your groceries. You stand in the line. When you're in the line, when is that, bro? That's just before it's big boss stage. You're right there, bro. It's almost time to pay. Now they're asking you. Now they're asking about your mask. Me, I can't go anywhere without a mask, bro. Even when I jump in my own cab, I ask myself, where's your mask? You know what I mean? It's a serious thing. You can't go through a door without a mask. But when you're white, you get right to the front. Get right to the front. The people ask you, where's your mask? What kind puri? What kind yorik? When you come in the front and people ask you, where's your mask? Bro, man, think about it. Either this auntie is very innovative, right? She thought she's probably she pulled a bear girls. She was either like she thought on the spot, or she had full intentions of pulling off her panty and putting it on her face. And the thing is, white people will stand up for each other because there's another person in the back that was saying, "Oh, at least that's more hygienic." How can how can you putting your underwear in your face be more hygienic? More hygienic than what, bruh? Like, where was what's her points of reference? You know what I'm saying? If I take off my underwear now and put it on my face, right? You can say that's more hygienic. More hygienic than what? Well, that shows you, bruh. Some people are dirty. Like if I take off my socks and start putting it around you'll be like, nah, bruh. Like colored people will tell you straight up, go home. You don't have a mask, go home. But that auntie was waiting. Because but she didn't even think about it. And she took it off so slick. She put her hand underneath the dress. She even thought, let me wear a dress today, just in case someone asked me for a mask. She put the thing under, she put it over her face. Now, I don't know. And she had it in a weird way. Like, if I had to put my underpants over my face, I don't wear underpants, but if I had to wear underpants and I had to put it over my face, I would I would make the leg part be here. So, like, the leg parts would be here, and then the ball spots and the palm parts, like my back of my head will be the palm and the front will be the balls, right? So that's how I look at my head will stick out. She had it, some other way she was moving like dot, like she had it going. I was like, bruh, and the thing is, Vitzos will stand for each other, bruh. That's how they held us. That's how they held this country for so long. Because Prenos will never stand for each other like that. If I say another Preno put in a underpants on his face, even if he looks at me and says, except bro, I say, you're playing games, man. I don't know you. Take your thing. Maybe I'll do you a favor and pay for your groceries for you and meet you outside. But that's also coming with a surcharge of 15% per item, bro. This is not a joke. Anyway, Jay, you say it's disgusting. We've all at some point put our underpants over our heads, right? And we were about 6 or 7 years old, but we've never really carried that through. But people are obviously carrying her through. Now she's staring there, smells like she's in fucking Fisherways, but she's in Pick and Pay. How long has she been wearing the panties for? I think she's probably that panty is probably she keeps probably putting it on and off the whole time. I think she like wherever she goes and she finds that there's a problem, she just does it. Maybe that's her. Maybe that's a party trick. You know what I mean? Some people can put a spoon on your nose. Some people can juggle. She just whips out her panty at any time and covers her face. So with that, I'm gonna bring my guest in now because it's 10 past. And this Brian, I've known him for a long time, and he's one of the most creative people, right? Because he does everything. He does everything. He does, I don't know, he DJs, he does graphic, he does everything, right? Like he doesn't mess around. And he's quick, he's good at the time. I'd greeted him just now and he was on time. The first person that's been on time. Normally when I start this thing, the guest pops in the bottom. He's the first guest that's been here the whole time. So Charlotte wants to know where does the panty thing happen. It's on Facebook. Just go there, panty on face. It'll jump in it'll jump in your face like the ladies' panty did. So I'm gonna let me get my horns going here. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the bottom of the screen, it's my boy Dazz the D3. It's Byron. What kind, bruh?
Laka and you, hey, you see, government names. You're already starting with government names.
Bro, I have a thing for first names, bro. I can't help it. I'm
Hey,
a first
bro.
I was like that because I actually was having a conversation with the brother the other day, and he was like, he just laughed at brother. I've known this all since I was 9 years old, and then on Thursday, lockdown, see people, we sitting and shooting, and then he's like, bro, what was your pali thinking? So I'm looking at it, so I'm thinking, bro, you took about 30 years to think about that question.
Bruh, I was busy clearing my phone, right? Hey, before we even go further, what's up, Rock family? Yes, I do have a voice. I've been getting so many messages. Why doesn't this DJ talk when he plays on the station? I do have a voice, so what's up, guys?
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, I was busy cleaning my phone, and all these pictures and stuff like that. And I came across one of these memes that was out there where it says peace, and then it got this cherry eating the Byron. Except, bro, you know how that thing messed up our name. Anybody whose name is Byron, they know about that shit, bro. Hey, they raped our name, bro. Yes.
No, the was ripping me out, bro. He's telling me how your pali named you Richelieu. And my bro, right? For those that don't know me personally, my brother's name is Thelonious, right? So, and they were like, in your bro's name is Thelonious. Like, what are we doing? I was like, hey, bro, my pali knew what he was doing. He knew. Like, no one ever tuned which Richelieu. Like, if I cause a flop, it's I'm home for sure. No one's gonna go like, which Richelieu from no, bro.
Nothing. I only know one Richelieu. Well, besides the brandy, it's you. That's a clear.
Hey, bro. Like I was saying, I've never met up with another. Like I've never met up with another O and being like, hey, because I don't know that feeling of being in a room with another person of the same name. It's
I'm Richelieu. Hey, me too. He say, hey, pleased to meet you. That's
obviously in France, it's a very common name in France. It's actually an area called Richelieu. Tony Jr. is calling me Richelieu. This is the one, bro. Oh, Tony. This is the one. Oh, that every time he'll call me by another name, bro. He used to call me Vishnu for like, I think Vishnu for like he thought it was a Hindu god for like the first 10 times, and then he moved on. But he's never ever called me by my name, which is fine because this I was like, school wasn't for everyone.
Bro, Donovan, the wrong. Well, I grew up in the same district as Donovan, right? So Albuquerque, Mama Road, all those places in Newlands.
Yeah, that's the
one. Donovan.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You grew up in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I'm from Mama Road 106. Yes, that's us. But yeah, you know the story. Mama Road, Albuquerque, just that area. I mean, we were all tight like that. We were clique. We grew up, from lighty days and stuff, playing in the bush and all that. You know what I mean? So, hey, bro, it was something else growing up there in Mama Road. I'll tell you that much, bro. Because we had a lot of bush in our area. So that was our scene. As lighties, you're growing up in the bush, playing with slings in the bush, eating bush chows and stuff like that. So yeah, hey bro, some interesting things happened in that bush.
Before they built the rabies, right? There was you'll had the thing. There's bush all right from Albuquerque. Well, but the clinic over there from there back was just bush, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
nothing there before. And then Wamashu was in the
nothing. Yeah,
yo,
but
bruh.
but you check. We didn't even play that far, right? Every now and again we'd go there. We were more by the Rabbies when they actually built the Rabbies. We used to go with our skateboards there and
Right on the
hit
roads
coffin
there.
down the Rabbies. But like if you look at there between Murmur, Albuquerque, and Top Albuquerque, there was a bush there. So that was our scene. That was our
Sure.
playground. Went there playing with slings,
And no
eating
ground
bush
coach.
chows, and then even hey, growing up too, there's 1 2 hours in the district where they just want the in hours, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
they'll hit
yeah.
it to say, hey, if we bang in the bush, right, bush chows, all the hours were there because now you had to come with your potato, you must come with this, you must come with that, and we eat the bush chow.
Which O
But
can
huh?
at yours bush chow, which O got the most respect? When you came to a bush chow, there was a lot of aspects. Who got the most respect at yours bush chow?
I think it was my late bro, Roland Stewart. Huh? Hey, that will come with meat for days. It's a week coming with one potato, half an onion, and stuff like that. Once I was only coming with salt. No, that's all I can bring. That will always come with meat. It's a Roland, I'm coming now. You know, come back with a frozen chicken, frozen chops and stuff.
Was it already crafting
Bush
or something?
chow.
Was it already
No, look, bro, like I think they had shops like down the south coast, Mount Frere, all those farm areas. You know what I mean? So in terms of their freezer, hey, that freezer was always full. So as soon as we eating a push, we just say push chow. Hey, Roland, I'm coming back now. Come back
beans?
with the things. You know what I mean? So
They
it was
became
luck cakes, yeah.
chick. You know who was the king of Mao bush chows? My one
Hmm.
price. I used to come with a pot.
No, but you can see here from news section, you also let a pot. We used to use a big tin, the coffee tin, and make holes in the bottom of the coffee tin there. That was our pot, bruh.
Bro, that was my first bush chow was through a tin, was through a thing.
Yeah.
And then one bra came with the pot. And you white, except the white over meat, because pot covers meat.
No, hey, bro. But it was lucky. Like, there's so much that used to happen in that bush. I mean, even when we were from Lighties and we grew up, you know what I mean? Then it became the whole gambling school thing, you know what I mean? But even
Short.
like, the gambling school is a whole nother story, Like, I don't know about yours area, but like with us, almost every day there was a gambling school that was happening. If it wasn't in the road, it was in the bush. Now in the bush, what is happening is, and Oken say, Funky, he knows who I'm talking about. Now we won't mention names. Happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Kinsey Funky.
University.
So yeah, it's the anniversary, yeah. And
University.
he dropped a track, a freebie track. So the guys must just go check the track out. It's called Roll Up, produced by myself, D3.
Oh, I saw
So
it.
hey, bro, yeah, man, hey, it's long time coming, yeah, long time coming.
So yours,
So,
so at the camps. So our Aussies used to build these camps, bruh. So, but imagine,
yeah,
so I grew up in Kabul, right? So there's thugs there, like Oliro and then Ozanet
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
there, the big brews were there, and they were into
Yeah,
birds, they were into the pigeons and what,
trapping
and
birds.
they used to build these tins, these like bro, he's also professional. You watch Bear Grylls and he starts taking sugar and taking the trees and cutting them and pulling and what. You see, this always had like
Yeah,
jet, right? But then I was an outsider because I went in like me. I never used to be in a gambling school. I never used to go sit because they were building a shop. They always had a rundown shop. Now it's a rehab,
yeah,
which is weird.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's where I would keep away most of the time. So when you now these always were operating their camps like it's like martial law. If you come walking there with a camp now, firstly, I was like, what you doing here? Like how bro, this is the push. It's free for
Yeah.
anybody
You're
to walk
doing,
in.
you're doing road in the bush there.
Hey, bro.
Who came up with these talks? Like with me at the gambling school, like I never used to gamble. Hey, bro, I must go there and just roll the dice with my matcha. But like, hey, the O's in the gambling. So one of the bras in our district, every section got the O. or the people that either sell cook sisters or they sell their fudge or whatever. So we had a bra in our area that used to his people used to sell cook sisters and hey, laka cook sisters, bro. So what his flop was is that he used to smoke the gambling school. So he'll buy around selling one, two of the cook sisters, make some matcha, the also trying to make say, brah. He's buying on in the park there. You know what I mean? There's a gambling school there, but a push, buy there. So what happens now? He hasn't sold all the cook sisters, you check. Check on his so he hasn't sold all his cook sisters, you check goes to the gambling school. So now you got the paper on the floor, the O's is crouching, they gambling. So this house starts gambling, but what happens is he got the cook sister bowl lodge be the Tupperware. You know this big round Tupperwares. He got it lodged between his legs, you check. So he's gambling. Now he knows he got his mind on the gambling school, he got his mind also on his stock here. But as he starts winning now, the legs start getting loose, you check. So now he's no more holding the thing fast with his legs. So what happens is the old bumper this thing from the back now. And they start digging into the cook sister bowl. When he realizes what's happening, all the cook sisters are club. I was only sitting with a whole lot of coconuts on their faces. No, it wasn't me. I never charged. Now I must go home and explain why he's coming back short. But hey, bro, it was like a growing up day. They really.
They know they stole a cook. Because you know when the O's are stealing the cooks, there's going to be that one bra that's man. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone will be tucking in the back. Then the one bra will just stand in front. Throw me a two there.
Yeah. Bar. I think that must have been Donovan, huh? That must have been Donovan. Hey, but bro, I'll tell you, bro, there was always drama. Like even like the O's will gamble day and night. So what will happen is there's also days now. What will happen is the O's are gambling at night. Same story now. They got a candle there, bro. I'll tell you, you go to a night gambling school, you stand for because what happens is the first old start. Hey, the minute he's losing, that old blow the candle and grab all the matcha. You just see loose puts in the put. Boom, pa, pa, pa. O's is getting scoped. Anybody, so you watching what's happening, you're getting scoped in a rush. Straight.
Right. That's the top move of a real crook, and just waits on the side for that moment because you know that moment's gonna come. Just wait for that moment. Plot all the 10 rands. Because there's always 10 rands. There's always a 10 rand, at least one 10 rand in a gambling school rolling from O to O to O to O to O to O. And then you just wait for that. As soon as the candle goes out, you say, right, let me grab some lunch money over here.
I'm telling you, and that time, not even 10 rand. That was even now before all that. That's when you still had the 5 rand notes and the 2 rand notes. So, hey, bro, it is to do it, bro. It is to happen there, bro. But hey, good times.
And so I was we had a gambling school, Chantel. We had a gambling school, and it did move to the grounds. And
that was a big gambling school there.
And we also had like Ramples used to operate in our section. So the Ramples never used to come up to Albert.
Except, bro, I'll tell you something, right? So from our gully, we always used to walk to Polo Pool. If we're not walking, we're timing a love. Anyone we saw in the bush, you just see a pally for Ramples, all start running, dropping sugarcane and stuff. Anybody was Ramples in the sugarcane field. Anybody.
Except, but just in our section, once they got grabbed, by our Ramples. They got grabbed, bruh.
But who was Ramples? Because I said Ramples is an Indian pally.
Yeah,
he's a Mr. Urban legend there.
It's right there though. So I said in Cabo Joe, if you go down, well, now there's the factories in the back there, and then there's that section where they fix the mugs, right? You know where I'm talking about. So you go from
I know where.
Right, all those mugs sitting where the Bali fixes the mugs. That's the Indian section. Now before it wasn't there. So according to folklore or Ramples used to be from you're from that section there in the bottom there by the mugs. So I think he used to I don't know. Maybe it was just a pali that used to smoke. Because, you know, back in the day, there's a lot of palis in the bush just smoking patterns, bro. Like, as you come, like, we walk in a bush, you get that smell, you find a pali, one man in the bush smoking patterns, fainting, waking up. So maybe it was one of those palis. Maybe it was a pali that used to hang out in a bush and smoke patterns, and then the O's will see him and kick down.
Yeah. But I think the parents in that area, it's your new section people. I think one of the parents in the section did that to keep the lights out of the sugarcane field. You go there, there's a man named Ramples, he'll do this, do that. That thing spread to old section, you'll made us Pfizer. We were meant for ramples, bro. We had our own push there. We were right. Until
I
we
mean,
started now trekking through new section, then we started hearing, hey, there's our own name ramples in there. Now we just ran from anybody because you all started this shit there in new section.
I was shooting, we are picking sugar cane. Except because, but now, when you're allowed to go to Ford Road Pool, you're allowed to walk through the new section and go down. And then that's
Oh,
territory.
bro,
When you came there, you came into that was the section where you used to run. No one used to walk there.
bro, bro, bro. You get chased. Even like vying to what was this place here? Blue Waters. Hey, same story, Diggs. Yeah. Blue Waters, hey, you just see anybody in the bush, you're running. Like, they don't even
Honestly,
say Rampers is real.
there's a real story. Yeah? I read it out. I met up with him. I was at Pastor Clint's. Bro, there was a pastor, so you know it's true. I was with the Pastor Clint's. Ramples took the third part. I, but why did he have to add that part? That part is you have to do. You should- but it should ramp. It's a holy bro. You plot. You should
New
only the
section.
code. So light skin are slow runners. You say the third
New
party.
section.
This is a naming name show, but now what Donny's can't name the third party because the third party might still be over here listening.
You see now. You see. You
So,
know what
but he was
that is too.
there. So we weren't allowed. Like hey bro, once I was come running out, he said no, because now you know in Capital, I would go down into the bush. You knew when something was popping because you check everyone running. You know like that thing.
Yeah.
You don't know where they come from. They'll find a way in. They'll run, bruh. They'll run home. They'll run. And you just check. I'll check everyone running. I'm like, they're not playing chasing. They're just running wild. Then you just get the
Yeah.
one. Auntie, you know when someone goes and tells someone's old lady, you know it's a real story. Auntie Rosa, Ramples were caught. Like who got caught? Now the parents is going in the bush. It was a it was
Bro, that was the hatalities in our district. So, every section had their hatalities. And, we started like with me, I used to swai before. So, some of these ideas, you got some of these big ideas from an early age, you know what I mean? And then you buying, get once young ones, hey, let's go chill in our camp. Because we also used to hit the camp thing, you check. Hey, one two lights will go running, come, I see so and so. We saw them going in the bush. They're going to do road in the bush. Come, bruh,
hey,
like iteration lights is it.
but
But hey,
true though.
but it's a lucky thing. Like I look at it with my lights, right? My son Caleb, who's 4 years old. Like recently, he's into the games and all these superheroes, Ninja Turtles, and what. So, hey, he's busy checking Ninja Turtles and nunchakos and stuff like that. Hey, it's lockdown, no time to buy for nunchakos. So I took an old broom, cut the broom. I'm checking, hey, I don't have a chain or whatever. That chain that holds the plug there for the pot, I say, cut that out there. Made the lighty small nunchakos, you check. Exactly. The lighty was blown away. Took a stick, put some cut there, made him a bow and arrow. But these are the things as lighties, you know what I mean? We got to make these things.
Hey, the
Our
bow
lighties
and
are clueless about the stuff, bro.
oh, bro,
They're
you know the
clueless.
bow and arrow. Hey, you know the bow and arrow, and uh, okay, Auntie Rosa, you know you told Auntie Rosa everything. She was always by a window. You see, Auntie Rosa, you know the posy. Even if you go there now, and I was there Christmas time, she said hold a curtain. No, that curtain that just stays like this here. When you
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
curtains will be closed, and that one will just have that angle where you can just check the face there. You keep you everything. Like for everything that went on in the road. Like you come there, she say, yeah, I saw yesterday. The boy kicked you, hit him, then he slapped you, then he ran, and he went to call his mother. And I'm like, yeah, but why never come out? why never come out and help?
I think every section got an Auntie Rosa because we also had one in our section. I think it's something to do with the name, you know what I mean? Because
You
hey, same story, bro. Come back drunk, hey, 2, 3 in the morning, I say, making noise, you just check the curtain movie. So we used
know?
to now start playing the fools. You come back, there's nothing, no parents, nothing. Just walk. Yeah, that's it. Check the curtain moving fast. Carry on walking. Hey, no flop there, mom.
Always
Don't
happy when
worry
they
about us.
anyway, bruh. Because you're talking
Hey,
about those bow and arrows, bruh. Because those bow and arrows,
mm,
remember, you should take a tin clip and then you take so
time in the front.
You put the arrow, you bite that sin clip on there.
As weight.
Yo, and that thing got me in trouble, bro. The people even shoot me. They're gonna invite to the carols because now the thing is, it was so mine, same thing. I had a Spaza one and I upgraded him. So I used to keep working with that thing until I got my bow and arrow got to the point where it was a lethal weapon. So I was moving around like that. Hey, we playing this thing now. Hey, we busy, we playing. Also shooting me, we're all getting shot. Hey, now one and was moving now. So I ran across the road and I was landing across. Hey, for long, bruh. For long, you see, that was can't shake me. We all shooting each other, cowboys, what. Hey, I checked the right. I chose my moments. Hey, I got up when it was close enough. I say, sha. I hit him over here. You know the thing when
Why you trying to kill the house in your section?
At that time, I'm still laughing, bro. I say, weapon out. I say, hit him again. It's war, bro. You know what I mean? We're not on the same side. We fighting here. Aye, bro. And a man say,
no, your new section was a little like say.
Calm down. Let's go. I still shoot him. Let's go to our house and let me wash it and whatever. Hey, I came to my house. My old lady saw I was bleeding.
Send him to Fauza. Did you ever buy to Fauza?
Fauza wasn't even a real place. It's a clinic.
Hey, Fauza. Hey,
that's where I found out about AIDS for the first time. You know, it's I don't know why our parents would take us to Fauza. There's a TB clinic. And the first thing you have to do you find with TB. Bro.
I thought Peter Maritzburg was about Fauza. Because you know when you came into Fauza, they had a big sign further up there written Peter Maritzburg. So first time buying me as a lighty, I thought that's Peter Maritzburg.
Yeah. But you know, it felt people in Newlands, if you don't go to Fauza, you don't know what you must around.
They weren't from Newlands.
There was a river, right? Like, you know, the drainage, and they had like a small bridge over that. Like the driveway went over that. Like, it kind of reminded me of a moat. You know, how the castles, they have like a moat and the drawbridge drops down and you walk in there and now you're in the castle. You know, Fauza had like that thing, like a drain there. When you went across that, you entered into a whole new world. Everybody
that
just
was a whole other level, huh? Everybody was sick there, bro.
What is good thing is, you know, when you go to a normal doctor, you can see people are in a doctor. They're sick, but they're in a doctor. When you come there, it's like a hospital. You don't know if it's a real hospital. Is it a doctor? Is it an asylum?
Bro.
Or these people bad? What is going on over here?
It was bad. And they had wooden floors, so all you just go put this. Bro, I used to be scared to go there. Like if I got sick, I'm always when I follow the lights, it's that time. I was banging, except but I'm not gonna come back from that place.
Like how they used to weigh me. You know, they used to weigh every time you come, they have to weigh you, and they put you in that thing with the
once I was 12 and they were getting weighed in the baby thing. Now I was in the Andes. That is bad, it was bad. But you know, like when we
I'm saying I so hate big weight because I couldn't figure it out. Because you know that auntie moves those things. Then I try to figure, is this 10 kgs? Is this 15 kg? How much do I weigh? Then they just say, all right, jump off. I'm like, how much do I weigh? They just actually divide up. You sit with old people, everyone's like,
I know, Fauza. Like with us, when we got to high school, hey, bro, Fauza, we just used to buy for certificates for school. Hey, dark school, right? Hey, we have to buy to Fauza tomorrow. Hey, and the thing is, like, my bra Wayne, like him and I were always together. So there's times we go there. Now, you know, they always, bra, no matter what's wrong with you, they make you piss in the cup. You check. So, hey, there's times I'll piss in the cup, Wayne will piss in the cup. We'll take it to these people. I don't even know what they were checking in there because the moms will take it. She's not even, hey, bro, it look like she's putting an earbud in there. Put it in there, look at it. Right, no problem. Go to the next room like that. They never used to tell you what they're doing. It says, okay, go to the next room. Go to the next room. I tell you at the end, right, they give you a medication and you can buy.
Bro, I the last time I went there, it's Fauza is there by KFC. If you're going to KFC next time, don't turn left. when you're coming from thing, now they
That's a
know if you
robot.
just turn right there and then drive about 200 meters and you see on your right side it looks like an
It's a
asylum.
marathon.
But I've hide there. And I think I was instead at 5, bruh. And anyway, I used to suffer from stomach cramps, bruh, like for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what? My old lady took me from the fields and we went there. Oh, right. These people they say diagnose me. But up until today, that just still worries me. They diagnosed me with growing pains. So that like,
What's growing pains, bro?
bro, that was I'm asking my old lady. Actually, what is that, you know? Does it mean what is happening to me? She should know. I'm like, the auntie said to me, hey boy, um, you're gonna be some changes that are gonna happen in your body now. And you're gonna start feeling different about certain things. And have you he said this auntie asked me to say and it feels weird to say it, but auntie Shumi, do you know about morning glory? I was like, I said, nah. And she's like, okay. Your friends didn't have you listened to your friends? They haven't been speaking about anything. I was like, no. Then she's like, okay. She's a mother. Hey, this child, must just get like I'm like, brother, and she's saying I must go home and rest, but my stomach feels like I'm getting stabbed with 25 knives at this. Bro, like it feels like someone like it feels normal for like 10 minutes and then after like 10 minutes, and he's like, don't worry, it'll go away. But another whole time laying at home, I'm thinking, what is this thing? Now I don't know if I must ask my bras, what's this? He said, did you have growing pains? You
Growing
can't go.
pains. They never tell you must clean your stomach.
Hey, bro. I was, you see, I was topping. I was thinking, is it bicarb? What's the one is it bicarb? Eh? You can put it into water. It's bad bitter. It's bicarb. Yeah, it's
I
bicarb.
know the I don't know, but I don't know if that's for cleaning your stomach, but I know what bicarb. You get bicarb, there's citrus soda.
There's no bicarb, definitely bicarb. I think it was bicarb. So that the tuner must hit the bicarb, right? So I started getting, you know, the pimples and the things now started coming. And
Yeah.
yo, bro, they say that time they still had 1.5 liters, big 1.5 liter bottles. All ready to make me one like that day on Sunday. Every day I must eat a glass of this bicarb now to flush. Hey, bro, every day. And the thing is, for some reason, Epsom salts. That's the thing. Epsom salts. That's the one.
Epsom salts, yes.
Bro.
Hey, new section, like say, hey, we used to get woken up 4 bells in the morning with castor oil, like that. And they do it because now, bro, that thing you're burping it 2 weeks later, you're still burping castor oil. Hey, that time you fast asleep. Hey, I used to play with my granny. So 4 in the morning now, she's getting up for craft. Hey, she just come and wake you up. Hey, listen here, open your mouth, open your mouth. Bah! There's a spoon, castor oil. 1, 2 times, right? There's an orange, she'll eat you the orange. Other times, I eat you another teaspoon of sugar. That's it. Oh, after that, it's on, bruh.
Yeah, but the
And you
Epsom salts,
shitting to live, bro.
yeah, the Epsom salts, grab.
Bro.
Skin is looking on.
Bruh. Castor oil. Have you eat castor oil?
Oh, my man. Oh, my gosh. Then they still give you a orange afterwards to chase it down like the orange is going to help.
But 1, 2 times, there's no orange. They eat you with sugar. Hey, castor oil, you shit things you never ate, bruh. That thing is bad for you, bruh. Castor oil.
I even used to want this thing here. Because my granny came with it. She's chewed. And the thing is, we all eating it. My cousins, it's like, there's 9 of us there. Now I'm calculating, hey, how are we going to eat the toilets here? Because we all eating this thing. And I know tomorrow now. Because the first time you eat it, they don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. Hey, you wake up unpleasant surprise. See, you don't see. Hey, you sleeping normal. Hey, feel like it feels like a normal fart, like any everyday fart. Hey, all of a sudden you're like, hey,
then, but I wonder who, because then they got wise. Then they say upgraded to Brooklex. Now you are lighty, hey bro. You're thinking, hey, you get now it's normal 4 in the morning. Now it's when you up, you're aware of what's going on. Hey, you just check chocolate as a light. You're like, it's on, yeah, bring it. Hey, same story. You're wondering why they're giving you black tea and black coffee during the day. Meantime, it's on again.
nothing. You're not hungry for anything, bro. Anything you
bro.
look at, think of how this thing's gonna affect me. You look at you, I don't want to eat bread because if I eat this bread, it's gonna go in here.
It's gonna, bro.
It came with
Yeah.
marimba. It's about marimba jam.
What's that?
It's another one too, but it comes in like a, you know, those small jams that you get from from like
Well,
those fancy jams that you get nowadays. Like you get like one, maybe it's
big jam and all that.
jam, or you get like a marmalade. It
Sure.
was like, but it
Yeah.
was glitzy. It had like, it looked like a prune jam. But basically, it was a prune jam. Also a setup. Because the thing is, you know about the Brooklex, you know about all other things, so you need a new
There was a
in there.
bubble gum also. There was like a
Eh,
bubble gum that they were trying out as well. Same story. And it says lights is, certain things, brah, like our parents say, they had us, hey, you can't eat bubble gum, you swallow it, it's gonna get big in your stomach, this, that, this. So all of a sudden you're giving me bubble gum. You tell me don't eat bubble gum for like almost every other day. Then this day, hey, come here. There's bubble gum for you. Ah, set up one more time.
so, so you were a dancer, right?
Yeah,
We went on camp together, right? What was it? Because I was into the
bro,
camps, right? Which camp we
bro.
went?
We went to camp for confirmation. Ours was the last church camp that they had. Then they stopped because what used to happen, right, is that before you get confirmed, we used to buy like they so either send us to Sadara or any of these places. So it just so happened that we used to buy for the weekend, like whenever it was the confirmation and whatever, whatever. So what happened is when we invited on this particular camp, us O's ended up coming together because what they did is they made the O's play in one dome and then the cherries were playing in another dome.
Yeah.
We big O's now. We got big ideas and stuff. There's lacquer cherries. So what happened is we decided no, at Chow, we're gonna steal a butter knife. We checked the burglar guards to say, all right, these things got a screw. We're gonna open one, we're gonna hit him with a sway, and we're gonna kick down and ride to the cherries dome. Successful, we were good. The group after us heard about what we did. They decided now that it's time to chow. The people are cleaning up. All the butter knives are missing. Instead of eating one butter knife down, every O got a butter knife now. These O's decided to take the whole burglar gates off. Now they can't put it back in. They got bored, but they stopped it. So what happened? Confirmation camps now became one day. You fly in the morning, you come back in the night class. Ours was the
Hey,
last. So that was a camp we vied on.
so we invited. Okay, because I couldn't remember because I went on everyone else to eat up the camps. I can't even remember how many camps I went on. I went on camps for days, but I remember that one
Yeah.
because we were living in like a dorm there, and then there was tickets from your section and from our section, and then they were opening
Yeah.
the gate, and there's a Bali staying inside. They had like one to Bali staying in there to
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
us.
Like the
But
places, the papas there.
hey, bruh, I remember, except once they didn't want to let them back in. They locked the windows. They say, I don't know the names, but it was Zayn Khan and the other bruh, and both from our section too. And these other,
But it
these
was
ones,
good times. It was good
these ones
times. It was all fun.
to get back in, and they climbed up the drain pipe from the geyser. I think the geyser overflow. They climbed up the overflow, but they made it, because they went upstairs and they came from the top down. But the floppers, when they were vying in, the oil in the front heel hit the oil in the back of the eye. Now the next day, they're moving with a tick shiner, and I was
Hey,
dozing
bro.
next to the Bali. My room was the next to that Bali now. And remember when we all came back in, it was mad, bro, because I remember because I switched off the main because everything was going on. And we went because we're hitting each other with pillows and random shit. And we're opening the rooms and hitting.
Hey, crazy stuff. I think. Hey, when we're having the conversation earlier, and we're saying, that some of these things you forget about them. I mean, hey, bro, we pigos now. These things happened years ago. And you're talking about now. One of the O's banging his head. So when we were in school, right, high school, so I don't know whether the teachers were lazy or what, but this one teacher outsourced, the exam papers and stuff for somebody else to type them. The stencils. They hit you with a stencil and they type it out and stuff like this. So one of the bras in our class, his sister used to do this. So him and this particular teacher, they kind of had a good relationship. But every brain pause he had those small miniatures. Some of them had tea in it, and some of them were the real deal. It was
Yeah,
brandy,
yeah.
not open. And the Palis were proud about their little miniature Smirnoffs and brandies that were in those cabinets. Nobody could touch that shit. It's with the 21st key, with the flippant glass. You know the story. You know the story. This bra decides to steal his Pali's collection. Comes to school at it. We in high school, bro. So we're parking in the back of the class now. This thing is going around. And the teacher's sitting in the front. No, man, I'm sure I can smell alcohol. What's going on? I remember the schools in Newlands, the windows used to open like that. So when the windows
Yeah.
open, he's sitting this way.
Yeah.
Hey, this bra decides, now let me think on my feet before she comes in. Let me go to her. Jumps over the chair. He's full into this window, bust her head open, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, now this teacher's freaking out when I rush this guy to hospital. He's like, no, don't worry. I smelling of top. But hey,
Mm,
bro, these are the
mm.
things that we can tell our lighties about. You know what I mean? Like with you,
Oh,
with your son, there's so many things you can tell you. Like with my daughter, these things I tell her about. Like, for my lighty looks at me, bro, we palis now. Each one too small, swise and stuff. Hey, my lighty start laughing. Like, hey, no, I used to dance in my day. You know what I mean? Dad, you can't be. Because, hey, brah, I had a wake up call and my lighty said, yeah, but you all in the 90s, Dad, when you were running around in the olden days. Brah, I got a shock of my life. Like the 90s is the olden days. I'm like, wow, curtains, brah.
yeah, bro.
Curtains, curtains.
It's the same one, bro. You choose me. So he choose me. He choose me. Dinosaurs, they're normal, yeah. Actually, no. He's four, right? So he choose like one extinct. So that means now he understands. He says, so a meteor came, it hits the ground, and then what happens? So say a whole lot of dust like came up, and then the dinosaurs, they couldn't get oxygen, they couldn't breathe, and then eventually they, like plants couldn't survive and they kind of died off. And then he chose me. And you, how did you make
Hey, bro, if I'm the older, that's it. You remember when people thought the world was ending in the 90s? I don't know if you can remember that day in Durban, where 4 o'clock at five dark and it was pitch black.
yeah,
I don't know if you remember that day.
I remember, bro, when
Bro,
he said it was an eclipse. It was one of those eclipse, right?
bro, I don't know what happened that day, but people thought the world was ending. I saw O's throwing their beeries out. They're praying, going on their knees, praying because they thought, hey, yeah, it's over. Let me make my peace with my creator. It said it got dark. It started raining. Hey, about
I,
an hour, 2 hours later, cleared up. Also complaining, my last period. I took my last period out this way, that.
was going to ask you about the swag, right? So you were a dancer, but that's why I say you're creative, because you're a dancer. You can DJ, like even your DJing. But like I was saying this, that when I was a DJing, with any skill or anything that requires some sort of a talent, the outlet that has the most talent makes the least noise. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like with
Sure.
DJ, for example, when you check a DJ, like some DJs, but I don't know, that's doing this the whole time. He's just doing all this shit. When you won't, that's not your guy. Do you know what I mean? You already listen.
Yeah.
So like you just, but like I was laughing the one day with kids say, I'm like, so what kind of, so don't smoke being here or something, because you just stand, you don't smile, you just spark, yeah, you just put it around, yeah. But it's dope, right? Because you like one of the O's you like literally the only person I know personally who has that level of skill when it comes to scratching and mixing and like really messing around with the decks. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
Short, bro.
and you started off as a dancer. Like I want to know how to, because I used to watch you, right? I used to be in the variety shows
Yeah.
and I used to check you. You're LBC, right?
Yes. Yes, sir. That was
And
us.
so I used to come in and we used to watch you, and you used to kill it, and people used to all scream, "LBC, we love you, LBC, we love you." That's like and you used to do obviously freestyle, and you used to do sequence and whatever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
used to travel. You used to go to other gullies, and you used to go. I didn't really sure. You used
Yeah.
to leave because I seen you. I think after I met you proper at the church thing, because I knew you from
Yeah.
like and from life, but I didn't really
Yeah.
talk with you until that time we went to the church thing, and
Yeah.
after I think there was a show, It could have been at the school. It wasn't. I know it wasn't at the variety show at the community center. It was
Community center.
different. And that day, bro, I was killing it. But as it looks like the last time, I think after that day, the variety shows were over. There was no more
Yeah.
variety shows.
No
So,
bar.
so I was
But like we
inside.
made it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
I was
say?
inside there, like being part of that because that's a big thing with regards to our culture as people from Durban specifically. The,
Yeah.
the variety shows, the dance groups, the competition.
Yeah.
But we don't have an eye inside there because we don't know, like when you're there and when kids are there, what happens in the back? They'll teach each other moves, you'll sway each other, they'll snatch each other. Is it like what's it, those movies they have? Like if you see from Kiss and you're in Xanadu, you'll look at each other and do a random move, and then you know what I mean? Like what was it inside the Don's thing? I know Donnie's also used to swai, right? Donovan was also
Tony's, yeah. So
yeah.
I used to like before LBC, like, but I mean, even me getting into dancing, like I wasn't even a dancer, bro. I'll tell you how I got into dancing. I was at like as a lighty that was doing cartwheels down the road and stuff like that, right? So what happened is one of the O's from our section, they were called Touch DC at the time, right? So Willie danced. So I had my back towards him. So you know the O's in the section, they used to like rehearse and stuff like this. So I used to check the O's, do one, two moves, whatever. And it just so happened that particular day I had my back to Willie and he's coming up the road. And I did one, two of the moves that I saw them doing. He's like, hey, do this move again. Do it. He's like, okay, do this move. I did it. He's like, right, we got practice on Monday. You must come up there. Now I'm still a small light, except bro, I was still in primary school. Don't tell my family we're doing this. They didn't even allow me to do this
Sure.
shit.
Yeah, because
Hey,
that's
it's time to swine. Now, no, straight, bro. It's time to now. It's rehearsals every day. I'm stealing. I'm buying for rehearsals. I learn how to swine. I learn the sequence, whatever. It's time now. It's the day of the show. So my uncle Mark was my music mentor. They like used to play for all the shows and stuff like this. They were into sound.
right.
So they packing up their sound now because they gotta go up to the community center. They gotta get everything sorted out for the show. I haven't told my parents, my
You know, at
granny and
this
them to
point that
tell, hey, I'm swine.
no. Does Mark know that at this point? Does Mark know that you in a dance group, or is he just doing what he normally does?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even. Nobody knew, bro. Because everybody's at graph while it's time for rehearsals. Everybody's at graph, so it's us the lighties with the posy. So during the day, I'm buying up to the top. So in the group that time, it was Kevin Bastros, it was Willie Danster, Kevin Lowe. You check. So all these O's were now parts of the group. You check, touch these.
Kevin from the
Donovan and
Zanny,
them as well. Kevin from Zoom.
from
Kevin,
Zoom.
you saw, yeah, you saw swipe back then as well. You check touch DC, Andrew and stuff like that. So hey, now I'm bizzering with a pause because I need to tell these people, hey, time for the show. You know, eventually, right? They let me buy whatever. They put me in the hands of these hoes. They said, okay, no problem. During the day, you make sure that this light is sorted out. Was flopped. They say these hoes were chasing me with belts. They were chasing me with sticks, whatever, because the family said you're all in charge of this all during the day. It was on, but it was lucky. So to the thing where you were talking about backstage, it's backstage, it was lacquer, like for us, because there were certain O's that were confident with what they'd rehearsed, so they never went there backstage. And there's one, two people now, hey, they're not sure of their sequence, so they're hitting that last rehearsal. Then you got the big O's, the backstage at the community center had the underground thing. They had like a trap door that you could buy
Yeah,
park under the stage. You check. So
yeah,
one of the big O's now, like the O's Kiss and Forest Fire, those O's are parking there with their bottle, hitting their bottle at the bottom. So there was a lot that used to go on backstage that people didn't see, but it was lacquer. It was lacquer.
yeah. We just in the front there, waiting for Derek Roy to run from the back. Remember, Derek used to run from the back. He said there is a high risk
Bro,
maneuver to do like a forward flip onto the
bro,
stage, but then he has to make a
bro,
pathway.
bro. But you know what it's there, and I think like I've always had this thought over the years is that whether it was and like Newlands, Sydenham, Wentworth, Marion Ridge, like all the brain areas, there was always people that were skilled. If it was dancing, whether it was modeling, whether it was soccer, it was hockey and stuff like this. We just didn't have the people that were there to take us to the next level in terms of
Yeah,
that. But like in the brain areas, bro, talent for days, bro. We've been having that.
yeah. I remember when I was on Shell Road to Fame. Remember that
Hey, I've
time?
had it. I've had it, bro. Our group had it.
Yeah,
Shout out
I,
to fame. Hey,
I
but
was
you
there,
parked
bro.
it the whole
Yeah,
day, bruh.
I
Hey,
think
bro, we vibe there about, hey, bro, hey, early, bruh, like a Saturday, bruh. We
come on.
only got to perform at about 6 bells in the afternoon. They never give you a chow, nothing. Hey, bruh, it was
I
rough.
remember because my auntie was working at the playhouse, so we decided to go for anything that was happening there. But it was at the playhouse, if I remember.
The
And
one that we vibe to was behind the workshop. What they call it, the expo, where the expo used to happen, the Durban Expo.
okay, I saw that. I went at the playhouse, and I think it was who was there? I think it was Derek and them that were there. Well, lovers and them. What is lovers and them
Hmm.
called? Lovers and them were?
Kiss, Lovers was part of Kiss.
So they
Yeah.
were there, and but yeah, like you're saying, it didn't go like to the next thing from there because they didn't even go. I can't remember how it even used to work. Was it like a competition? Was it like idols? I can't even remember.
Bro, I think for everybody it was just a chance to end up on TV, yeah, because remember,
Yeah,
Shout Out to
that,
Fame was televised.
yeah, that was a payoff. And then how did you become the DJ now? Did you just because of being surrounded by music? How did you get
Yeah.
into DJing from dancing?
Hey, bro, if I
When did
tell
you
you,
start?
bro, like I didn't decide. I think it was decided for me because I grew up in a pause because I grew up with my granny. So my Mark, who's also on Radio of Color, is my uncle. That's my old lady's bro. So back in the day, they were into DJing. I mean, they used to go DJ with two cassette decks, and they had an amp that had deck tape one and tape two. So what used to happen in the week now, he's got two cassettes in the tape decks, rewinding, and then now me and him, we parking. Anyone who's around, you're moving at pens and you're only rewinding cassettes. You check to the
Laborer.
beginning. So you check. So like the music, I was always surrounded by music, like growing up. But once I got into the dancing thing, I kind of push the DJing and that kind of scene to the back because hey, with the dancing now, you started getting the young ones and you start vying to different sections and things like that. So I didn't worry. So I only started picking up the dancing. I think I mean the DJing like in high school because now what used to happen is when we were in high school, we saw. I remember you were talking about not being able to get into Octagon recently in one of the shows where Charlene stopped you. So we were in high school and we were getting into Whispers. I mean, Whispers, yeah, it was like the beginning of high school because
Yeah.
my uncle used to play in all these places. He used to take us in. So they never used to stop us. It's like, hey, Tucker, you coming with these lights again. But we used to get into the place. So what used to happen is because I knew how to mix, there were times where just playing the fools, man, in Octagon, my uncle, they're like, hey, mix this song lights, he mixed the song. So the one day he set me up, he invited to the toilet in Octagon. He told me, check it, I got the song ready. Just play the song, I'll be back now. Hey, Vide one way, he say, he's standing, he Vide catch us where's he's standing by the toilet. Hey, I mixed the one song, I'm waiting, where's the song? It's not coming back, I'm checking the numbers gonna clear. Next song, third song, fourth song, fifth song. Say this all left me for about half an hour. After that, started picking up the DJing thing again.
So that's a heavy panic, bro. It's like the one where your old lady tells you to wait there, but so she's coming back now, and you finish unpacking, and the auntie scans everything you're taking you
Hey, bro. But hey, say I think that's where the whole DJing bug put me. You know what I mean? That particular day, and
Right.
just being able to see how the music affects the people and stuff like that. And after that, hey, bro, I haven't stopped. Well, I moved to Josie's. I never had equipment when I was here. So
Okay.
eventually, I ended up with a little small setup. Then I met up with the host from Braino.com. Yeah, and then I started playing here in the Josies. And hey, bro,
And then,
this is where I'm
and then
at now.
how did it become like you like fully hip hop with the like manipulating the table and the switches and the buttons and all that? A lot of people press the buttons and nothing happens, bro. Like I've been in a
Yeah,
show, the DJ keep doing this thing and he keeps pressing it and he jumps back and then nothing happened. Then
yeah,
he just wait for the drop and then like because we can all hear it's a drop, bro. You can hear the build up, you
yeah.
can hear and then he goes and say, but I'm like, I know you didn't do anything. That's how the song goes, bro.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I've always just hey, for a long time, say with music, and I guess growing up in a pose at music, like I always just that was my way of looking at music and just dissecting the music to a point of, hey, how can I recreate this thing and stuff like that. So
Right.
that's how I am like this, and I always just try and push myself in terms of how I deliver my music, in terms of what, like for me, I always said, sometimes like with the clubs, if I'm playing at 12 o'clock, I never used to write in my early days, but once I started getting a lighty, once I had a lighty, if my set was at 12 o'clock, I'll rock up there about half past. So sometimes I don't know what the DJ before me played. So I always said
Right.
to myself, I must put myself in a position that even if I play the same songs that old played, I've got to deliver it a totally different way that people will be like, okay. So hey bro,
Okay.
I just continue to push the envelope. Yeah.
So that's where the wiki and you learn how to do all the trickies, because like even
Hey
I
bro.
remember like when you were doing the what was the podcast with you and Loki, um
Yeah.
and you like you're doing such brother, because I know they take so long to do things, but like for you it's like, okay, we're doing the show tomorrow, okay, cool, I'm gonna take, then you took our names and you put our names into like a beat and like and
You
our names,
scratch it over.
yeah, I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
me, I'm like, it's a simple thing for you, right? Because
Yeah.
you can probably do that shit in your sleep. But so I was like,
Yeah.
not that side of the table. It's fucking mind blowing. But I was like, yo, this how and like he's like a graphic designer. You ask him to do things, it'll take him 3 weeks, but it actually took him 2 minutes to do that shit.
Yeah. For sure.
But you're the O
For
that
sure.
does it immediately. Like you take the first,
Yeah.
you don't take the last 2 minutes, you take the first 2 minutes and you do the thing done proper. And I was like, yo, but I
Yeah.
just, oh, that's why I was like, when like, what's the thing about the show? Maybe they were asking me like, what do you like about the show? I'm like, oh, but the music element is mind blowing because you incorporate every aspects of the show, including the guest names, including like when
Yeah.
we talking about a specific song or a specific topic, you had the songs on cue. I was like, yo, bro, like for me, I was mind blown. Because
Yeah.
that's close proximity. Because you see DJs playing, and it's different to sitting with a DJ who's playing, but not just to entertain you, but you're enjoying that shit yourself and
Yeah.
entertaining us at the same time. I was like, okay, cool. This is where
Yeah.
I knew that's where you need to be, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Like
it's great.
this is
But
the DJ to the core.
yeah, but I won't lie. Say like I'm very passionate about music. I mean, that's how I ended up getting into production as well because I'd listen to songs and I'll be like, I, I hear certain elements and I'm like, I wish I can go and remake this song or whatever. So eventually I just got into music production, you know what I mean? So the understanding of that side of things, not the DJ side, but like making beats and stuff like this also helped me with the DJ side of things because now the turnaround time for whatever I decided to do, like in a case like yours where it was a podcast and even the shows that we did like Macanudo Lounge, it was the same
Yeah,
story where I did the intro with the O's names and stuff like
yeah.
that. It
Mind
just
blowing, bro.
allowed me to do things quicker, bro. So
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. Like even talking about that, because I've been doing comedy long enough that I've been introduced like literally thousands of times, bro. And I'm a host, so I've introduced
mm,
million, like probably a million times. But no, that like the show that when you were there was the first time that when the O comes on, his name is being played in the song, but not just
in the
play.
song.
It's being
Yeah,
manipulated. Because all I was like, yo, bro, who's after the show? Like, who's that guy there? Where's this O from? Because I think like you like I found you in some hole in America or something. I'm like, no, bro, this O is
bro.
from this is
Hey,
my
but you know the thing is like there's so many things that happen with DJs and I think it's untold stories with DJs. Every DJ got something that and that particular day, bruh, the last O, I didn't do justice for that O purely because that O, bruh, like I'm every O, even the interval was short, and in the interval I had to play music. Bro,
yeah.
I was holding my swears for the whole show. It got to the last hour. I couldn't, bruh. I just died to the toilet. And then you're like, oh, where's this DJ? Introducing the bruh, I did justice for everybody. The last hour, it's
Yeah.
his surname's Lindy or something like that.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't remember his name. That
Yeah, give me
guy. Hey, bro, no. Whoa, after that, I was on the roast for that hour. He said, anything, yeah, like a DJ wouldn't even play my intro like this. He played the intro for everybody. He was scratching their names. He didn't do this for me like that, like that. So, hey, bro, but I was holding my swears the whole show, bro. Afterwards, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
that night was the night of Dave Chappelle was having a block party. Remember? So he has these when Dave Chappelle goes to different cities, he does these parties where he gets a room, he gets limited tickets, and then he gets like that time Jay-Z and Beyonce were in town, Ed Sheeran were in town doing some shit. So he
Yeah,
does these parties where he he invites whoever he can to do it. And I heard about that thing the night before the show. So I wanted to,
Yeah,
let's get this thing over. People are, because normally at a show, I'm the last to leave, bruh. I don't leave
yeah,
until I close the venue. After that, so I was like, as soon as I was done on stage, I was like, yo, right sharp guy, bye. Gone.
yeah.
So then I was like,
He,
I didn't even speak
Dave
to you.
Chappelle didn't do the I'll piss on you skit there. He didn't shoot that chair in South Africa. The R. Kelly I'll piss on you.
Right? That's one of the dopest things I've been to, bruh. But anyway, it's time to say good
Yeah.
night. I can
Yo,
see that.
you mean? Wow.
Uh, thank you to all of you that are here for hanging out. Thanks for the input. We learned a lot. Who else? Who's there? Enjoyed the show. Thank you, Lynette, for enjoying the show. Top producer says Carpitorius. Carpitorius looking a bit different.
Apollo.
Even Stephen Ogle is here, bro. Yo,
That was
last
my
time
dancing. LBC. That's another one that was there.
bro. Oh, Steve, I'll never forget this, bro. Yeah.
That is our Pansula. Oh, that how used to shoelace them with a Pansula freestyle. Huh?
yeah, I remember, bro. Nicholas is in my class, and I was like in primary school. Kamau Caster's brother or auntie or daughter. Chantel was our neighbor. Chantel, you must go see his house. You remember you put the awnings on that time when you first moved in, they still look the same. Go see it. They didn't even think it was from like the 80s. Mark Tucker, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like you all know, this is Daz.
Mental.
He's the latest addition on the show. He has his own slots. He does the music. If you're into that shit, you know you're gonna love him. Feel free to add him, inbox him, follow him. You know we do it. So I've been Richelieu Bonwa. This is wrong. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, this has been Dez. You guys have been dope. I will see you next week Thursday. You can put input here. You can inbox me if you want to see anybody specific. Good night. Away. After this is nobody because this is the road. Boys to men. Away.
Away.